by opening night on Tuesday.
I do not, Skip, and I commend Houston Rockets for not caving after 8 years of continuously caving to James Harden's demands, be it personnel, be it when we travel, when we practice, how we do certain things. After all those years of caving, Skip, it's hard to say no. Because it's that one time that you say no that people get most upset with you. You know what I'm saying, Skip? If you give and give, hey, man, let me borrow. Okay, you got it. Hey, bro, let me get that right there. You got it. Let me get this right here. Nah, man, I ain't got, man, see, you done changed, bro. Bro, I done gave you and gave you and gave you, and the one time I tell you no, you got a problem with me. The one time they tell James Harden no, he has a problem with him. But for me, if Brooklyn is willing to give me Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, and 2 future #1 picks, maybe a third, James Harden going to Brooklyn. But I'm going to get the best. Skip, it's hard to get value for a guy like James Harden. He's a former MVP. He's 3 straight years in which he's led the league in scoring. He's led the league in assists. He's led the league in 3-pointers made. So that is a hard combination to find. But if he's unhappy and I can get as close to compensation as I believe I can, James Harden butt's going to be up out of there because it's never going to be the same. James Harden is never going to get the benefits, again, that he once had. And it's tough, Skip. When you used to go in, when you go to work, Skip, you're just like, you get your old boss. Well, hey, Skip, come in whenever you want to. Dress how you want to. And then you get a new boss. And he said, I want you here at 8 o'clock. And I want you to dress a certain way. You're like, hold on, man, that's my old boss, but he ain't your new boss. So right now, James Harden got a new boss. And the new boss says, no, we're going to practice. We're not staying over. No, we're not doing this. No, you're not going to have control over who comes and who goes. Because we did that, and you see where it got us? Cupboards bare, and now you want out, and we don't have an adequate replacement for you. So, Skip, I don't see him being traded. I mean, the season starts Tuesday. Unless something is brewing behind the scenes that we don't know about, but it tells me they're expanding, so he might not go where he wants to go, but I'm reading that there are contenders in both conferences that's willing to let go some high-value assets in order to get a James Harden. Okay, but it better be very high. And there better be some future compensation in there also, because I know what Milwaukee gave up to get Holiday. I know what the Clippers gave up to get Paul George. And anything less than that would be uncivilized, and I was not even thinking about taking your calls if you called me with some bull jive.
Okay. So, I disagree with your conclusion, because if these reports are all true, and I believe they all are, I now suspect they will get this done before opening night. It sounds like to me, if Houston has expanded its horizon into the trade market, that it's their choice to seek partners. They're seeking trade partners, and it may take 2 partners. It may take 3 partners to get this done. But because they are now looking, that indicates to me that they have finally made the call, the final decision, enough. More trouble than he's worth, and he will continue to be even more trouble than he's worth if we try to keep him here unhappy through this year, as we saw the Pelicans try to keep Anthony Davis for 1 more year.
Well, as long as they don't do anything that's conduct detrimental, because I'm gonna start taking some of that paper. So as long as you show up on time, as long as you're professional, everything's
but you know, and I know if you're just pouty and you're not really into it, then it doesn't matter how great you were. You just have to cut bait. You just have to close your eyes and plunge and go forward. And I do agree with your premise. If you give me LeVert and Dinwiddie and Jared Allen, it's not James. It's not equal for equal, but it is equal for equal when he's a big problem for you internally.
And plus, Skip, you're going to pair him with John Wall and possibly Boogie Cousins. I like the kid last night.
Christian Wood.
So
Christian Wood. He went 27 and 10. And did you see what Eric Gordon said after the game about Christian Wood? He compared him to Baby Goat. He compared him to Anthony Davis. And Eric Gordon would know about Anthony Davis because he played with him for 4 years in New Orleans. 4 years, not 2 years or 3, 4 years. So he's seeing a younger Anthony Davis. Christian Wood is 25 years of age. What's the scary part is this is his 6th team, and he's only 25. Well, why did they keep giving up on a baby goat, right? Okay. Well, last year in Detroit, he had his career year, 13 and 6, but he made 39% of his 3-point shots. Okay, that'll work. So he can, yeah, he's 6'10", and he can step out there and make that shot. He made 2 more threes last night as he went for 27 and 10 rebounds.
Skip, did you see him? He got the rebound, and James Harden says, pass it to me, pass it to me. He said, no, I got this. He goes all the way down and finishes himself.
He did. So they gave him 3 years, $41 million as a free agent. Christian Wood, pretty good. It averages about 14 a year.
Right.
It's pretty good money.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying he's a pretty valuable piece. So you add him. You got John Wall, you got Cousins. They didn't play last night. So I'm not sure how DeMarcus and Christian Wood would play together. I'm not sure how that would work out. If you put Jared Allen in the mix now, I'm really not sure. But it's 3 nice options, you know, like it's pretty good. Okay, so Wall didn't play last night because of left Achilles maintenance. DeMarcus didn't play last night because of right knee maintenance. Okay, can I trust that they're going to be healthy for however many games they're going to play this year? No, I can't.
But I think the thing is you got to, like you said, Skip, they got to maintenance. They got to maintain to make sure they don't stress, because that's 72 games condensed. That's a lot of games in a very short amount of time.
But are they former All-Stars? You better believe they are. They're 30 years of age, so they're not too old. They should be right in the middle of their primes. If you get them at their best and their healthiest, you've got something. If James decides, you know what, this could be pretty good. If James stayed with this group right now, to me, they're the 4th best team in the West. Just this group right now, because I remind you, there's still an Eric Gordon, and there's still a Daniel House, and there's still a P.J. Tucker, and there's still a McLemore. So it's a pretty good basketball team.
Now, I'm not saying that Christian Wood is going to give me 27 and 10, but can I count on him on a nightly basis for, say, Skip, 17, 18, and 6 or 7?
13 and 6 for Detroit. Okay, but you could get him in that range, sure.
Because you're going to have to come, because guys are going to have to come. James Harden is still James Harden. You're going to have to come double him and get the ball out of his hand at some point.
And remember, this is not small ball anymore. This is Steven Silas. This is a new direction. No more D'Antoni. So they're going to play conventional basketball with bigs and pick and rolls and lob passes into the
ball moving, no standing around, and you dribble for 20 seconds, and then, oh, I ain't got nothing here. You bail me out, and the shot clock goes off.
So there was another report in The Athletic that all of a sudden Daryl Morey could make Ben Simmons part of a trade, that he would make him expendable. So would you do that? Would you do Ben Simmons straight up for James Harden?
Nope.
I love Ben Simmons. That's just me. So I wouldn't do it if I were Philadelphia. But Daryl Morey pledged allegiance to James, said, you changed my life, in an ad that he left as he left town in Houston.
But Skip, Daryl Morey also helped create the problem, the monster that James Harden is, with what he allowed James Harden to get and what he allowed James Harden to want and act and gave into his demands. So do you really want to? You saw what that did to Houston. Do you really want to bring that there? And guess who the next guy going to want out? Embiid. And then what do you got? So you're going to be Houston all over again. And all you're going to do is be Houston in the East. Because sooner or later, that's going to rub thin with Joel Embiid. You're like, hold on, bro, I've been here the longest. And you come in here and we're not watching film because you said so. We're not practicing. We're not having shooters around because you said so. No.
I prefer Ben Simmons in Philly over James in Philly. Ben Simmons is LeBron-esque to me. You don't love him. I do. I have high regard for him because he's still coming into his own. He doesn't have a shot. I got that. I think Doc will help with that. But can he, at 6'10", pass? Can he handle?
Play defense?
Can he play defense at the highest level?
Skip, I just think the point guard has got to be able to shoot the ball. You got to be able to shoot the ball from 10, 15 feet. That's
why they got Steph's brother. They got Seth, and he can shoot the lights out. That will help them. That will take some pressure off those two bigs and let them do what they do. I still think they're going to be really good, and I would not do this. Now, if I'm Houston, I would think hard about it. If it got offered, I'd say, okay, we'll try Ben Simmons.
But I just want my point guard, Skip. I don't care. You could have given Tebow, Tyreek Hill, and Julio Jones. His inability to throw the football was going to render them useless. Ben Simmons, they're never going to reach their maximum potential until he can make shots outside of layups and dunks. That's as simple as that, Skip.
They came within the luckiest shot I've ever seen in a playoff game of getting to the NBA Finals with Simmons and Embiid.
Yeah.
So I take that to my bank.
But that was an isolated day one time. But look at all the other times, Skip. You got to be. I mean, you the point guard, Skip. You got. I'm not saying Skip. I'm not saying he needs to be Steph Curry. But can we get a happy medium? Can we get somewhere in between?
There are different ways to pull this off. You can pull that off. I remain a fan, and watch what Doc does with those guys. I would not love Doc trying to deal with James Harden.
Well, maybe if I can get Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Jared Allen in Philly, and do a package like that or something. But Skip, I'm not just taking. I'm just look. I understand James is unhappy, and in the NBA superstars, they command a lot of respect, and they normally get what they want when it comes to their demands. I'm just not giving James Harden away from peanuts because he's unhappy. I'm not. Because, Skip, you think about where they were before they got James Harden.
Okay, but doesn't it sound like they're committed to taking whatever the best deal is on the table on Monday night, maybe? I don't know when their opener is, maybe Tuesday?
No, I'm going to keep it. I keep them to the trade deadline.
Well, you could do it that way, but this feels like a trade deadline is opening night.
And then, I'm going to let everybody see that, hey, he still got it. Still let him average 20, 29, 30 points a game.
By the way, he played hard last night.
Yes.
I know it's preseason, but he was 29-7. He almost had a triple-double in a preseason game. So it's not for lack of effort. He's not quitting or pouting on the floor.
I just think sometimes, Skip, people get so carried away and think it's all about the court. But a lot of the games and championships are won in the locker room, in the meeting room, on the plane, on the buses. That's where championships are won. Hell, Skip, everybody got great players and can play. But, okay, what is the cohesiveness? What is the tie that binds? What do y'all do together?
Agreed. That's how LeBron won a bubble championship.
There you go.
Well, no, seriously.
Skip,
Thank you for bringing that up. We got to remind everybody, bubble championship.
Ain't no bubble.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying it should be the hardest. Dame Lillard said it was hard. No. Say the mindset that it took. I'm just going by what the guy said that was dying to Skip. I wasn't there.
I like championships that get won with 82-game schedules that get played straight through, where you don't get 5 months off before the real game
Tim Duncan got a championship that wasn't played 5 months through.
I told you that was flawed. I put an asterisk beside that.
No, ain't nobody put no asterisk beside it.
I put another asterisk beside the one he lost when Ray Allen hit the greatest clutch shot I've ever seen. Asterisk. Should have been over.
Should
have been over.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And what about the ones that when people get hurt? Are they asterisk by the one that Golden State won when Kyrie and Kevin Love? Is there one besides that when Clay and KD got hurt for the Toronto Raptors? I don't think so.
2015, LeBron should have won that by himself.
No.
He's up 2-1 with Game 4 in his house. Close the deal, King.
Superstars win championships. And the more you have...
That's the bottom line to James Harden. You'd say superstars win championships, so he'll get you to the precipice, and then you get to a Game 7, and what happens?
He one star, though. He always going to lose out to the stars. One star versus superstars.
Yeah, but even that superstar he'll fall out of the sky when it's Game 7.
Yeah,
We've seen that again and
he
again.
undermines his own work because of his behavior off the court. I mean, Chris Paul wanted to leave. Russell Skip.
He wanted out.
Everybody say how he and Russell were so close.
Agreed.
And Russell wanted out. That's my dog. That's my boy. And I can't take it because this style will not win a championship.
Okay, that's why I think he will be gone before opening night.
Well, I don't think he will be gone for opening night.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.